Okay, I'm going through the clothes right now, but I wanted to explain something because in my previous video I was talking about solar, and these are, I wanted to show you guys these are a product, they're on Amazon. I'm like, I don't know how to explain it because they were $50 for 4 of them, and I just feel like you could get them cheaper somewhere else, but the idea behind them is absolutely fantastic. Like I said, these are solar panels, solar powered lights. These are LEDs, and you can hang them up. One of these is almost dead because we've been using it, so it might be. See how bright that is? This is the one that's almost dead. So let's see if I can find another one. See how this one's more charged? It's like brighter. But cool thing about this is you can hang them up outside or lay them outside or anywhere with the sun, and you let it charge. I think on bad days it's like 8 to 10 hours. On good days it's like 4 to 6 hours. But you let them charge like that, and then they last. The light itself lasts 3 to 4 hours, but we don't use them all the dang time because we have natural lighting anyways. So like in the bathroom of a night when the kids are going to the bathroom or whatever, they can just push the button and go in, turn back off, and it saves our electric and not have to light up. It lights up. I took a shower with these. I hung it up in the bathroom and I took a shower, and I seen perfectly fine. It wasn't like super mega bright like the actual electric lights, but did a really good, fantastic job. But if you like, you could take them off of here, and it goes right into a lamp. So what's cool about that is when you plug it into a lamp, it's charging via the lamp. So I think that's really cool because if you got it in there, you can use it as a lamp, and then it's also charging at the same time. So at the end of the day, like say you put this in a lamp and you have it going. I don't have any lamps right now, but put it inside of a lamp and you're using it of a day or at night, you can unscrew it and then use this light for 2 to 3 days, depending on how long you're needing to use this light. We actually hang them up. Let me show you. Ignore the in front of the closet, but we hang them up on the light at night before we go to bed, and we sit there and we use them. They're like really fantastic. It says 7 watts, 50-60 Hz. AC is 85 AC, to 265 volts. I'm not good at electric. I'm not, like, I know what watts are, and I know, like, that stuff. Leaf Farm 83 or 73, or 53, I can't remember, but he's on YouTube. He was explaining, like, some type of math where you do, like, the amps times the volts, and that's how you get the watts or something like that. I thought that was really cool. So I need to learn more. I need to learn how to read the electric meter better. My grandpa knew how to read one, but unfortunately I couldn't grasp how he said it. So I'm going to try to learn that and dumb it down for myself and learn different things. But I wanted to show you guys that as I was going through the clothes. So I hope you guys like that. I think that's really cool inside itself. Now I'm going to go through these clothes and figure out what goes where, because I need to do that. So I'm going to set these over here underneath my window in the sun on my bed. and let them charge. Okay, this is off. I'm gonna put the kids' clothes in that basket. Daniel's. We don't fold our clothes. My grandmother folds her clothes, and I have a thing that they go up on. Thought there was some in my driveway, but Daniel has a drawer that goes underneath his bed, and drawers, and there's no need in folding the clothes. You don't see them. I have a thing that hangs up in the closet that I put my clothes in. I'll roll them to make room, but I don't actually fold them. So same thing with the kids. Kids have like their cubic thing and their dressers, so we don't exactly fold them. It's too much time as I folded a towel. But Daniel's gonna want to change the bed pillowcase tonight. But yeah, this is just what we're doing. There was something that I wanted to explain to you guys. What was it? What was it? Oh, my chair. So in my previous video, I said that I was having issues with my chair. And I explained it in another video, but I was just like, no, it's too long. So I'm going to break it down into here. I'm going to go back until I was 4, just for a split second. So when I was about 4 or 5 years old, I got too big for strollers. So Children's Hospital said that because of my energy and my mobility and my just my CMT and my overall like energy and fatigue and my ability and just I'm trying not to use the word disability as much as I can, even though it's a disability. So we decided to get a regular manual chair. I absolutely love that chair. I outgrew it. I was told by my grandmother to give it to somebody in my family for somebody of their husband that was crippled, and he was little. He was skinny and stuff like that. So I was like, yeah, well then I was told I'd get paid for it. I never saw the money, and honestly, I never saw that chair ever again, even though it has my number. It has my name, my social, and stuff on it. So somewhere, somebody has a purple chair, and honestly, quite frankly, I wish I still had it, because we don't know if Lex has CMT. We don't know if, like, the kids show signs and symptoms, but their blood work, the strand that I have doesn't match. Like, it doesn't match theirs. And me, my dad, and my sister, I don't know if my little brother has it yet because he's still little, but he's only 3 months older than Lex. So we don't know. But what I'm saying with this is, if you see me tossing clothes, I'm tossing Daniel's clothes onto his chair so he could put them up. But I wish I still had that chair, because if I did, then I wouldn't exactly necessarily have to go through the process of getting the kids fitted for one, because even though, yes, it's purple, they could use it. So then years later, because I was so small, I still used that chair. I didn't use it as much as what I was told to, because I wasn't trying to get even weaker than what I was. And honestly, I feel like if I enabled myself to use it, I wouldn't be able to walk as much as I can now, which is very limited. But what was I saying with this? Oh, so I was very little. So when I turned, from like 4, 5, let's just say 5 or 6, by the time it got made, delivered, gave to me, everything. So from the time I was 6 to the time I was 18, I had the same chair. Well, when I turned 18, I was like, I need a different chair. I need something that I can get around in. So I'm going to call it a hybrid. It was a manual chair, but the wheels had the e-motion wheels. So, like, it gave you a boost and you barely pulled it back for people with disabilities. I love that chair. I hands down 100% love that chair. I knew that it was meant for me. It was white, but it was like, it was glow in the dark paint. Now here's my thing with that. I loved that chair, but, my ex-husband did not bring it to my house. We were together, we were just separated that same day. He did not bring it back. He says that he put it in storage, but I never seen it go in the storage, and it vanished, and somehow he had a whole bunch of money. You put two and two together. So I had to file a police report, and even though we never found that chair, Children's, because I had to go through Children's for this at the time, Children's said, let's get you another manual chair, but we're going to do the smart drive on the back. The smart drive is a device that goes on the back. You double tap the band, double tap to start, double tap to stop. I liked the design. It was really cool. It was pretty awesome. It had its flaws. The smart drive is not made for everybody. It's not, honestly, it's probably made for maybe 1/16th of people that need wheelchairs. It's like very slim. It's, the idea is there, but it's unsafe. It's not, it's not decent. And even the guy that, like, my wheelchair rep was like, we just thought you'd try it. You know, he even said that all the people he deals with says it's not for them. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So then, with all the issues with it, they were like, you know, let's do the e-motion wheels on your chair because you already have the chair. And I'm like, let's do it. I'm down for it. Let's do it. But then I'm like, well, I have the baby, and he tries to put his fingers in it, and with my chair, I can't go over gravel, which that's what my driveway is. I can't go past sidewalks, and I think it was mostly because of my my smart drive. I was trying to think what it was called. So we went for a power chair. And I love the power chair. I went last October. It's been a year since I had that appointment. And then I got my chair in February. I was supposed to go get it in March or April, but the guy who did my chair was like, hey, can I drop it off at your house? Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. Dropped it off. Loved the chair. I did some reviews on it. Well, here comes June. I think it was June. Maybe June. And we were out at the store, and I raised the lift like you can, and my chair said that my suspension was out of balance. And I'm like, huh? What? No, it can't be. And then I didn't have issues out of that. Well, then I had issues with the battery dying too quick. And then I was like, well, it's not wanting to charge right, but maybe because we're in a cabin out at the campgrounds, but it's an ADA cabin, so it has hookups for plugging in electric chairs, and I don't know. Well, then here comes August. I'm literally going out my house, down my ramp, and my chair's cutting off. My chair's making me slide forward, going down the ramp. It cuts me off every two feet. Then it says that my battery's charging, even though it's not plugged in. And it shuts me off. It stops me in the middle of the intersections. It stops me in the middle of crosswalks. It stops me, when I say intersections, I mean like there's no handicap accessible thing. So like I have to cut across the middle of an intersection and go over and go up up the driveway on the sidewalk and on to the sidewalk. So it's very dangerous. I have to shut it off, turn back on, go a couple inches, shut it off, turn back on, go a couple inches. So I called my therapist, not my therapist, I called the guy for my chair. He says that he couldn't hear me, that it was my phone. And I'm like, huh? So, whatever. And then, I'm not even going to say when all was said with that. But I then tried to call the company that my chair goes through, which is New Motion. And I got a hold of Vaughn. I ended up picking up Bob's when Vaughn called back. And it was my birthday. It was August 27th when she called. But she called back, and supposedly Vaughn doesn't work there, but they're trying to find a replacement or something. I don't understand it. It's very confusing to me. Well, the woman told me, the woman told me that in order for somebody to come out and service my chair, I have to be seen by my physician, my primary care doctor, which here's the catch-22 to it. So my primary care doctor has nothing to do with my neuromuscular issues, my CMT or anything like that. My neurologist does. My neurologist sees me once a year. This woman said that I had to be seen by my primary care doctor within 6 months. Closest date I could get in is in November. So I've been trying to call around. I've been trying to like make an appointment. I've been trying to do like all this stuff. And it's bothering me because, and I will say this, because I had to wait until, I had to wait until November to get an appointment to try to go into my doctor's office, even though I can't physically make it into my doctor's office because of my chair. So I tried to do a virtual visit. They won't do a virtual visit because I've never been seen at this new place, even though I tried to get hold of my old doctor, who I haven't even fully switched from, to see if we could do a visit there. They haven't called me back, and it's been utter like horse shit. Straight up. So trying. I finally get somewhere with the guy. No. I called New Motion again. It's been like a month. And I called New Motion again. It sends me to a New Motion in South Carolina. And I'm like, well, this don't make sense, but okay. So we're sitting there, and she goes, well, I have nothing to do with up there. You're not even in the system. Let me transfer you up there. She couldn't get hold of nobody. I finally get a hold of the guy who is in charge of the guy that gives me my chair. And he goes, I have no issue hearing you. I have no issue understanding. I have no issue. Like, there's no trouble. He said, I'm going to send somebody out, and he said, we're going to see what we can do. He said, hopefully it's like, what did he say? He said, hopefully it's the joystick, and it just needs to be updated. But he said, then again, the batteries on those chairs last for 6 months. 6 months to a year, 2 years at like, very, very random. And he said maybe it's the battery. He said, but with that, you have to be seen by your doctor and, all this stuff. So he said, I'm going to try to get hold of somebody, see if they'll come out and look at your chair. Nobody called me back. Well, then I called him back, and I was like, still nobody has talked to me. I don't know what to do. And he was like, he didn't call me back. At this point in time, it was lunchtime when I called him. So he got a hold of service and repair, and they're sending somebody out on the 28th of October, so in 2 weeks. They're sending somebody out, which I'm grateful for, I really am. But it's like, I need my chair. So in the meantime, I am trying to get a hold of my primary care doctor, or my neurologist, and I'm hoping, this is what I'm hoping. Anytime that I went to go do anything with my chair, I always had to go through Children's for it. But because they're saying that I can go through my primary care doctor and get that set up and just have them write the forms and fill out the forms saying that I do need this equipment and I need it for insurance and stuff, I'm hoping that if I go through this, I can bring it up to, hold on. I dropped Daniel's sock. But what I'm saying with this is I'm hoping that they can write the script for me to get my New Motion wheels, my e-wheels, my electric wheels, or whatever, for my power chair, or my manual chair, because if I get those, then I have a backup and I can use that one more often for the grocery store and going out and about and just going around, and I can save the battery and the miles and stuff on my power chair and have one or the other as I back up, especially now that Lex is getting older and he won't be riding on my lap as much anymore now that he's starting to walk. That's just like, it's a bonus. It's a bonus in my parade, if you know what I mean, because those were my biggest concerns. And also, I can put, like with my electric chair, I have to have the kids in the car with me, or Daniel, to help me get it, not in and out, but to help me strap it down and everything. But with a regular manual chair, it has the hooks there, and I can easily just go boop, boop, boop. It's easier for me to see. It's easier for me to like stretch and pull myself around it. So, and it's easier to control when I'm in the store and I'm trying to grocery shop. So, I'm like rambling on, but this is where I'm at with my power chair, because with my power chair, it wants to charge, it randomly stops, it randomly tells me that it's out of position, even though it's in the downright position. Like nothing is adjusted for it to even be out of line. So I don't know what's going on with it, but I want it to be fixed. So hopefully, if I do have to go through my my neurologist, if I do have to go to neurology, then I'm kind of screwed in that sense, because children says that they can see me as long as I need to, because they're a really good team, and they've been on my team since I was about 3, 2.5. We'll go with 2.5, 2.5, because I had to be seen to get blood work, blah blah blah, and then just there's that. But then I tried going over to UC, but UC knows nothing about my CMT. And I had a very horrible experience over there. My needs were not met. You have to wait a year to get in over there, just like you do children's. And the whole entire time you're over there, the guy's sitting on his phone. He's not even like, he's talking to his wife about his son's soccer game and have to go pick him up and then what they're gonna have for dinner. And he didn't even look at my feet. He didn't look at my hands. He didn't do anything. I mentioned him that the chair, that I needed an updated chair, because mine got basically stolen because I had to write a police report. And he didn't care. He didn't care. And then when I was pregnant with Lex, they said that the guy's name was Jonathan Smith. I know it's a basic name, but they said that Jonathan Smith said that I could be induced, and I couldn't be induced, then I could be induced, but then I couldn't, then I could, because I met medical needs with my blood pressure, me falling a lot, my body going numb, lack of feeling and sensation, because my nerves and my muscles don't connect properly in my body. And I was just having a really bad pregnancy with Lex. And then they set the induction date. The day I'm supposed to get induced, they tell me I'm not getting induced because him and Amanda Von Honey, or whatever her name was, said that it didn't meet medical needs. So then I had to wait. And I'm just like, anyways, I didn't like that. And then come to find out the guy hadn't worked there in 2 years. 2 years. So I was getting like basically bullshitted this whole entire time, and somebody was acting like him. Well, then I go over to children's, because I was like, I had a horrible experience. And the guy over there is like, I work over at UC and you're too old to be going here and blah, 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 blah. And everybody that was there was like, no, she's not. Yeah, we're Cincinnati Children's, but no, she's not. And she has better experience here, and we actually meet her needs. So I have to, like, at some point I do have to switch over to UC, but at the same time, I'm trying to hold off on that. But I'm hoping. I don't know. I have a lot of bad experiences with places, and I try not to be negative or, like, just talk negatively about those situations and about people, but I'm, like, venting to you guys, and I'm telling you things, because I don't know if I'm the only one that's going through this, but, like, I hope I hope I'm the only one, but at the same time, like, I'm hoping there's somebody else going through this too, because if you are, I need to know what to do. And as of getting a chair, I'm not doing it in the sense of like money expenses, but this is where I'm at. If I could go to Goodwill and pick up a power chair for about $80. But here's the thing. I have insurance, and some people don't. Some people don't have insurance. Sometimes there's people out there that all they have is $80, and that's all that they can afford for their loved one that needs it, a veteran or something, and they're getting denied. And I'm trying to save that. I'm trying to put my needs below other people's needs. Like, I know I need my chair, but at the same time, if I get a power chair, I'll feel upset because yes, I'll have a backup for myself, but I robbed somebody from actually being able to get one for a loved one, if that makes sense. And honestly, I think I'm gonna see what happens with getting my wheels for my chair. But if I get the electric wheels for my chair, I think I'll be decently okay with that, because no, I will be okay with it, because even though I can't get up down my driveway with it, I can use it for the grocery store. I can use it for different things. Like, just hands down, I can use it for different things. So I'm gonna get off of here. This is a 26-minute video. I'm gonna finish folding these clothes and then just putting them where they go, because I need to do that. And I'm gonna take a nap before Lex wakes up, and I'm gonna snooze before Lex gets up and before we have to go get the kids.